On that note.
On that note.
On that
the
note.
conversations that take place off the set, I'm not for sure. Tommy Thompson, good morning.
Top of the morning to you
Yeah.
both.
How are you, dear?
I'm doing good.
Good. How's everything going at the food bank?
The food bank is doing well. Food
Wonderful.
bank had an amazing year.
Good.
The end of the year was just outstanding. We had our Project Thanks that finished up with serving over 900 holiday meals
Wow.
to needy families. Thanks to the community for sponsoring so many families. Donations were coming in hand over fist, as usual, during
Good.
October, November, December. And now we're starting a new year. Yeah. We had, for the 2013, we had 2,600 families that are signed up as clients right now, and 6,700 plus individuals.
Wow.
And that was for 2013. It was almost dead even with last year, almost 18% of the county.
Seems awfully high.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You know,
does.
of those numbers, 57% were adults, 14% were seniors, and 29% were youth. And the youth numbers were 1,975 of that. 566 were under 5 years of age.
See, that shouldn't be. That just should not be.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and a lot of times I am.
Yikes.
Get ready.
The food bank doesn't take on funding from the government, so you're allowed to just give food out to anybody who asks for assistance?
That's a basic premise. We're community. We're community funded. That's the bottom line. We do distribute some government commodities, and for doing that for the government, we do get some reimbursement for the time and energy that we spend to do that. But that's just expenses. You know what it actually takes. So we're just getting reimbursed, and that reimbursement is very helpful to us. But that helps us. That actually allows us to make 2 distributions a month. A lot of food banks only do 1 distribution a month. So the fact that we have the government commodities also that gives us a little bit extra to help.
Are you still getting help from the local grocery stores?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're great.
They're amazing. But they're having to cut back. They're trying to pinch pennies just like everybody else. We're seeing the amount of food drop a little bit. So some days it's heavy, some days it's light. They've got to control their expenses also. So it's a win-win.
So then you ask the public if you're at the grocery store and there's a buy one get one free,
Yep.
or
That's right.
there's
That's a good one.
there's a
2
lot
for
of times
one.
you see a good buy on something. Maybe
You
it's
bet.
not something that, but I'm sure the food bank does have certain items, protein items, maybe that you. would
Yeah,
like
well,
to see.
we do make our own food purchases. We try to get the staples. We do the vegetables, the protein, peanut butter, beans, rice. We keep those things in stock. Those are the things that we have to purchase, and that's why you'll hear me often say, that money is contributions are very, very important. It gives us an opportunity to buy a can of green beans at 39 cents a can, buy oatmeal at pennies on the dollar, rice, buy it, we bag it, we buy 20-pound bags and bag it into 1-pound Ziplocs.
Great.
And pass it around. We did over close to 1.5 million pounds of food this last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too, for people to remember is also don't forget baby food and pet food.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people, their pets are all they have, and it's nice to help them out and, keep them to where they don't have to give their pets up. And baby food is always needed.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I was really excited about this year is that when I first started, I noticed we needed a bigger freezer. We're missing out on opportunities to purchase frozen items on mass quantities at a
idea.
really good price. So one of my goals this last year was to go out and get some money for a new freezer. So I put together a program called Put a Freeze on Hunger.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
went to the Walmart Foundation, their state giving program, and asked for $31,000, which was the price of a new freezer. That was pretty much installation, not the groundwork. We received a $25,000 grant from the Walmart Foundation for this
Wonderful.
freezer. So that left us about $6,000 short for the purchase of the freezer. And word got out on that, and Brian Onetto came in here towards the end of the year and out of his ombudsman fund contributed $6,000.
How exciting.
So now all we're looking for is some money for doing the groundwork, and I'll be going to the county here pretty quick, and we'll be having our freezer going in here hopefully in the next few months.
Now, Tom, we want to tell our viewers also that if you're housebound and you can't get out, you can always send a check. Am I correct?
Oh, absolutely. Or you can go online at feedamador.org.
There you go.
The one big message I wanted to share today is, through the holidays, October, November, December, the money I said is coming in hand over fist. February, March, April, May, June, July,
You're right.
it's a struggle, and
Hunger keeps going from day to day.
doesn't
It never
end with
stops.
the holidays.
Right.
It doesn't end with the holidays. So, if folks out there could consider doing $10 a month online or send a check, you figure 38,000 folks in our community. If you take half of that, you're looking at $190,000 a year.
That's great.
That's about half of our budget.
Now, Tom, you also take, if somebody has a garden, you'll also take fresh
Oh,
vegetables
absolutely.
and fruit.
Plant an extra row for the food bank. Very
Great.
simple. If you got one going, we'll always take the vegetables. We get quite a bit of product like that,
Good.
especially through the summertime.
Good. So we need to take care of our own here.
Sure, absolutely.
That's great. Now, if anybody has any questions, how can they get a hold of you?
You can call the food bank at 267-9006. Email me at feedamador@gmail.com.
Okay.
Go online at feedamador.org. All the information's there.
Great. And your hours?
For client services, we're from 10 to 2, Monday through Friday. The warehouse opens at 7:30 for donations, and somebody's there usually till 3 o'clock. in the
Great. And you're located where?
12181 Airport Road, up by the airport, just up past American Legion Hall.
There you go.
Yep.
Tom, you had a extensive background in the grocery business, so you're kind of right in line when you took this position. We knew we had the right person filling that spot.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
honestly,
Yeah.
how many years were you with Rayleigh's?
40 years.
40 years.
Wow.
He started when he was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a great opportunity. I've said it 100 times, and I really enjoy it. It's an
And you
opportunity
did a
to be-
great job.
It's great to be still involved with the community and helping those in need.
Very
That's the
good.
bottom line.
You need to come in with your Shriners hat on again sometime. Talk to us about that.
I can do that too.
That-a-boy.
I can do that too.
That-a-boy.
Man of many hats. Tommy Thompson, thanks for coming in the
Thank
studio.
you. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you, and we're going to...
You a Niners fan? Okay.
No, sorry about that.
Get off
No,
the stage.
sorry.
Bleeding golden red over this way.
That's all
You
right.
betcha.
We're going to run to an ad break. Stick with us.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.